All right, welcome to Horsepower Hour. I'm here with my guest today, Mr. Bernard B.J. Carter and Cobi Jolley.
Hello. Oh, am I supposed to wave? Is it a vocal thing?
You can talk and wave too.
Okay.
Yes, this is a podcast where you're gonna speak, and then we can look at the camera and talk and
okay,
stuff.
got it. Understood.
Tell me,
give
give me
me
a little bit of a background for you. Let's start with BJ. Tell me about yourself. Give me a little background on BJ Carter.
Nice guy.
You're a nice guy.
I play football, committed to Iowa State, go Cyclones. That's really it.
So
I played basketball too, but I didn't play this
You
year.
didn't play this year? So you say you're a nice guy. I'm going to have to push back on one thing. When the whistle blows, will you consider yourself a real nice guy when the play's happening?
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
Sometimes.
I've seen you create some havoc on the inside. We're going to talk about like kind of what you do as a defensive lineman in that position here in a little bit, but we'll start with Miss Jolley. Tell me about yourself here. Give me a little background.
A little background about me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm Miss Jolley. I've been teaching for 7 years at Middleburg. I graduated from Middleburg, so this is home. Go Broncos.
Go Broncos.
And so I've been a science teacher here, and I like to just make sure that everybody feels loved and important, and I kind of took this little one, well, he's not little, I guess, he's bigger than me, under my wing and making sure that he's getting the things done that he needs to get done to get where he needs to be.
So we have like a program like Bronco Parents.
Yes.
Right? So talk about the Bronco Parent, what that means, and then you can kind of talk about how you met Mr. Carter over here,
Okay.
and then go ahead.
So Bronco Parents, different sports do it, and it's basically kind of like a mentorship program. And so it's somebody who's checking in with them, who's making sure that they're turning their work in, that kind of like mental check-ins as well. Like, are you doing okay? Like, are we getting what we need done? Snacks. Are the snacks important?
Yeah.
Yeah, snacks are important. Okay, different snacks. So volleyball does it, football does it, softball does it, different sports do it. And it's just kind of having like a check-in with them to kind of keep them like locked in, because not all the coaches are with them throughout the day here, so kind of making sure they're getting what they need done.
All right, so BJ, how'd that start for you?
I think 10th grade.
Mm-hmm.
It was in 10th grade. I met Miss Jolley, and she's just been helping me since,
Okay.
with everything.
What's the talk about like the defensive tackle, but what you do is in that position? What does a defensive tackle mean? A lot of people act like these people don't know what football is. Go ahead.
Oh, so defensive tackle, they just stop the run and get sacks. So you got to stop the running back from getting yards and stop the quarterback from throwing the ball. And yeah, that's basically what I do every Friday.
I'm going to make you brag about yourself a little bit. Talk about some of the accolades, some of the awards that you received this year. I know that's something believe it or not, BJ is a quiet, soft-spoken
Yes, he is.
gentleman, but he's a terrorizer on the football field. It's a very tough position. He faces a lot of double teams. There are a lot of teams game plan around BJ. So tell us, walk us through some of your accolades and awards you received this year.
I got first team all country or
All
county?
All county.
All county.
And yeah, I don't really know what the other one's called. Yeah, I don't know.
All county. I think FACA. You got a couple
Yeah.
awards there for all district, all area.
Mm-hmm.
What's the favorite thing for you about playing football?
So I get to let out my anger.
You get to let out your anger. All right, but it's
a positive outlet.
It is definitely a sport that allows for quick outbursts, but get it under control. The coolest thing for me is watching you guys. All the work that goes in. People don't realize practice is not fun. It's a lot of hard work, and then you guys get to have like your test on Friday, where you get to see how much you guys have learned for a week. We're gonna go back in time, okay? Miss Jolley.
Yes.
You went to school here as a Bronco. What year did you graduate?
2014.
2014. All right. What was Cobi Jolley like as a Bronco in high school?
Pretty much the same as Miss Jolley as a teacher.
Okay.
Goofy. Just, I don't know. I just came to school. Some of my teachers are still here.
So your teacher. Okay. What did you do? Like, did you play some sports?
I
you
did
run clubs?
weightlifting for all 4 years, softball for a couple years. I was in student council. I was in NHS. I was kind of a nerd, honestly.
Okay. So what brought you back to teach here?
I needed a job.
Okay. That's a start.
So I don't have a teaching degree. My degree is in biology, and I came back home after going to Valdosta State for college, and Mr. Williams was a family friend of some of my aunts and cousins, and they told me that there was a position here open for a science teacher, and I said, okay, I'll just do it for a couple years, and lo and behold, I kind of fell in love with it.
That's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
you do a very good job teaching
you.
biology, forensic science. What's your favorite class you have now, BJ?
Gym.
Gym?
Gym.
Okay.
Weightlifting.
Weightlifting, it is fun. Love lifting some weights. Let's talk about for you, BJ, going to Iowa State? That's number one. Have you been to Iowa before? I've never been there.
Yeah, I went there on my visit.
Okay. So what kind of drew you to Iowa State, which is a Big 12 or they're Big 12 school or Big 10 school?
Big 12.
Big 12 school. Okay, so talk about like Iowa State and then what drew you to them.
Or drew them. Wait.
Why would you?
Like,
Yeah. Why
why'd
do
you
you
wanna
want to
go
go to
there?
Iowa State?
Oh yeah, because they just felt like Middleburg a little bit.
Oh.
Like it just felt like Middleburg. It was a small town, and I was just having fun. They took me in. It just felt like Middleburg.
Cool.
That's why I wanted to
Talk
stay.
about what Middleburg feels like, because you've been here 4 years. Like you started as a freshman and you've been here. So what does that mean, like Middleburg? Because we know it, we live it, we work it every day. What does that feel like for someone who doesn't know what Middleburg's like or what it is?
It's nice. This is nice and loving, and yeah, that's all I can explain.
Nice and loving.
Yeah.
You know what? It's a family, and it's hard to explain. Someone asked me yesterday at the gym, like, why is Middleburg the number one school? And I was like, well, there's a lot of ways I can answer that as principal, but I could just tell you, that it's a family, and that we do a really good job connecting kids and then connecting with students. So I thought it was really cool. What Iowa State, Matt Campbell, you ready to go? You fired up?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, we've got to finish the school year strong.
Yeah.
Speaking of, what do you think your greatest moment as a Bronco has been?
When I was in 10th grade, and I had my 10th sack for the season.
10th sack of the season. Who's that against?
Reball. I think his name was like Timothy. I forgot his name.
That was like week 5. You had 10 sacks by week 5?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
10th grade.
What has been your, we made the playoffs 3 straight years. You're a big part of that. What do you think, what's the legacy you feel like you've left as a Bronco?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know really. Just keep working. I just be working. That's all I do. So.
Keep working hard?
Yeah.
All right, well, listen, man, you've done a fantastic job taking care of business in the classroom. That's the most important piece, is that you can't, everyone talks about wanting to be D1 and doing those things. You don't understand how much sacrifice and hard work goes into that, for a Bronco, especially all the hours. He was up late last night working on Mr. Gribb's homework. Shout out to Mr. Gribb, a future guest as well here. Miss Jolley, what for you is like speak now, you're a teacher.
Yep.
Tell us what's the greatest feeling for you as a teacher?
Just
being
like
a
in
Bronco?
general,
Yeah.
seeing them succeed in something they didn't think they could. I don't know. Making them understand that they have a chance.
Okay.
Like Bernard has parents. He loves them. They're amazing. Not everybody has that opportunity. So being that one.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Everyone needs a champion in their life, someone fighting for them, so we appreciate that.
Sorry, I promise it's
for
not the
you
flu.
guys. What's that?
Sorry, I promise it's not the flu.
It's okay. It's been going around. We're good. I want to give you guys an opportunity to ask a question of the principal. So go ahead, Miss Jolley. You can go first. You get to ask me a question.
I'm going to brainstorm a question. You have to come up with a question, too.
Cue Jeopardy music as we wait. What's the question you got for me?
What's your favorite color?
Oh, this came up earlier. My favorite color is red and black.
You can only pick one.
Red.
Why?
Bronco red.
Why?
Because it symbolizes our school. It's a powerful color, and it looks fantastic on me, number
Oh.
one. As you know, but I think when you see that red, you're headed to Middleburg High School, and great things are going to happen. How about you? Question for me, Bernard.
Who's your favorite player on the football team?
Oh, that's a great question. I have some favorite players as far as I enjoy watching like a BJ Carter or because no one really knows what it's like to take on those double teams and have to just continually. It's frustrating that everyone's they're game planning around you. This is a great question because there's a lot of answers on it. I really like the offensive line. You don't know they're doing anything wrong or you don't know what they're doing unless they're doing something wrong. If you see a holding penalty, I think that's an unsung position. I think Carson Stewart had a phenomenal year. Just a great leader. You've got those guys on the back, like Jaden Boyd as a safety, making plays. You got another guy like Gabe Baker, just someone down in the same thing. They got a dog down in the trenches. So, right now I'm going to have to pick you because you're here with me, and I appreciate all you've done, for this 4 years for your school And then, going to represent us at Iowa State, I think that's a big deal. It's huge. So congratulations to
Thank
you. Who's some future guests you guys want to see on the show? Go ahead, Jolley.
Oh, girls weightlifting.
Girls weightlifting.
Won a state champ.
They just won a state championship last week.
Yeah.
So guess what?
Gotta bring them in.
They popped up to the top of the line. We're going to
Gotta
meet
bring
with
'em
Coach Weiskopf. We got a couple of weightlifters coming in on Friday. That was absolutely fun. Third state championship as a team in the last 5 years. We got a couple. Cheyenne Cruz will come on as an individual here in a little bit, but it's a pretty big deal doing that. Good, great answer. How about you, BJ? Who would you like to see on?
What she said, girl weightlifting.
Girls weightlifting? Okay. We got to get Coach Wolf on too. He's a busy man. Got to talk to him about the future, what we got going on. Last thing for me is just want to, again, thank you. I appreciate that, it takes everyone to build a school to help these kids get where they need to be. So I appreciate what you've done, Ms. Jolley.
you.
BJ putting in the hard work.
Yes, sir.
This has been Horsepower Hour with Principal Martin Aftuck, my guests, Cobi, Jolley, BJ Carter, Iowa State. It's always a great day to be a Bronco. We'll see you next time.